Hello, and welcome to the new Dragon Quest playthrough that I am starting on this channel. It is now the 5th Dragon Quest that I have done, and it is of Dragon Quest 4. Now this is the DS remake, and it was given like a new title, Dragon Quest 4 Chapters of the Chosen. And the main game consists of 5 main chapters, of which you get 5 separate stories to do with the different main characters per se throughout the story. You start off with a prologue where you meet the main character. In my case, of course, it's Phantom. And then the next 4 chapters are going to be 4 separate stories that will come to head in chapter 5, and they're of different main characters. I'm not going to reveal the character for chapter 1 as soon as you're going to see him today, but you've got Elena of Zamovska for chapter 2, Torniko Taloon for chapter 3, and Mina and Maya, the 2 dancing twins, for chapter 4. And then chapter 5 will be back to Phantom after the whole time from the prologue, and then it's like the one big chapter that just brings everything together and, you know, kill the big bad. And then in this remake, there has been an additional chapter, chapter 6, which is like a post-game chapter where they added bits to the story from the original. So without further ado, it is time to get into it. And there we go, chapter 6, level 50. Don't really need to be level 50 until literally the end. So hopefully I can still have a character name of Phantom. And unlike all the other Dragon Quest playthroughs I've done, this is actually going to be a fully clean playthrough. You know, usually I get like save states set up for specific grinding spots, but because there are a few grinding spots, but I'm just going to do it without any save states. So, you know, here we go, it's Phantom. What's the matter, Phantom? Have you had enough? Very well, let us call it a day. 'Tis my job to make a warrior of you as swiftly as possible, but soon enough, if well enough, as they say. I shall be on my way then. You should run along home and rest yourself, Phantom. So yeah, this is actually different because once the prologue is over, I think the first 4 chapters are technically like the first half of the game, maybe even more than half of the game, because chapter 5, you know, I don't know, like in terms of time measurement, if it consumes up half the game, but yeah, you know, after this, you don't see Phantom or the main character until the final chapter, which is different, because, you know, hang on, hey, hop over on a second, oh mighty hero. But yeah, as I said, like most of the time, you know, you get your main character straight away, or like after the first dungeon, like, oh hey, it's me, and then you beat them. But here, you see him once, and then you don't see him for the rest of it. So, you know. Anyway, now of course I'll have to do dialogue. So, you must help me, kind sir. Do not look so alarmed. I am not really a frog. Be honest, you thought I was a frog, did you not? You are a very honest person, I see. Well, I would ask a favour of your honest heart. As you have probably already guessed, I am in truth the princess of a mighty kingdom, but a wicked witch's horrible spell turned me into the form you see before you now. I can do nothing to change the shape I have been forced to take, and, in fact, being a frog is not so terrible as one might imagine. I live a very carefree life, but there is just one problem. It's just that it's... Oh no, someone's coming. So if you've noticed the second screen, you can see things above where you can see on the first screen. So, you know, well, the top screen's the one on the left. But yeah, anyway, hello, Phantom. You've finished your sword practice now, have you? So this is Phantom's love interest, Eliza. She turned herself into a frog. What's that, a giant frog? What on earth are you talking about? I've been here the whole time, and I certainly haven't seen any such... Oh, I can't keep this up. I think this may be the frog you saw, Phantom. I live a very carefree life, but there is just one problem. It's just that I couldn't think of anything good to say after that. If I had spent a little more time preparing my story, but I just couldn't wait to show you. You were surprised though, weren't you? Now that I've learnt Morph, I can change into all kinds of things. I'll be just hopping along then. Oh, I almost forgot. Your mother was looking for you. She said to tell you it's supper time. I think I smelt carrots. Well, I'll be seeing you tomorrow then. Hare's looking at you, Phantom. Bad joke. Bad joke. Anyway, here we go. I don't remember which house is Phantom's, but yeah, if you come to this guard, this is the village entrance. I'm standing guard here to ensure unwelcome visitors do not breach our borders. Do you wish to leave the village, Phantom? Yes. I'm afraid the time is not yet right. You are still too weak. See, I didn't actually come here. I went straight into the house that you're supposed to go in to end the prologue, and I never realised. Anyway, well, Phantom, you look a mite wary and no mistake. What's that? Sword practice, you say? 'Tis hard work indeed, young one. But you must not give up. You're the hopes of the whole village on your narrow shoulders. But I don't suppose you know much about that yet, eh? Pay no mind to my ramblings. I think knowing what happens at the beginning of chapter 5, I think this technically is happened after the first 4 chapters. Oh, 'tis you, Phantom. I was just giving the place a quick spruce. Goodness knows why I bother though. Nobody ever comes all the way out here to visit, and even if they did, we could not allow them to stay. Oh, I'm just cleaning out the rooms like I always do. Old habits die hard, you know. So if someone comes here, they're chucked out. I wonder why. Oh, how very refreshing. Well met, Phantom. You've come to quench your thirst too, eh? Well, 'tis no surprise after today's practice. 'Twas a lively session, to say the least. Eliza and yourself are as close as ever, I see. The brazen young thing even came to my house to tell me I should be less hard on you. I'll own that I've been working you harder than ever these last few weeks, but you're all the hardier for it. You'll thank me one day. Well, well, well. Nothing down the well, but sometimes you get these golden sparkly spots. Because sparkly spots are introduced to Dragon Quest IV, at least the remake. So, you know, there you are, Phantom. Today I was planning to teach you how to perform the sizzle spell, but dusk draws inexorably closer. We will commence the lesson tomorrow. Yay, I can learn sizzle. What's going on, eh? No one ever comes to this godforsaken village. Or goddess-forsaken village. So yeah, every chapter you start afresh with all the characters, and they're on level 1. Even when I could take control of Phantom in chapter 5, again from level 1. Good day to you, Phantom. 'Twill be getting dark before long, it seems. I should be returning home for supper myself. So, you know, it's quite clever how they do this. You know, I like how you do get reset each time. But, you know, anyway, I don't think there's anything else. I mean, the bookshelves aren't going to have anything, but, you know. Oh, there you are, Phantom. You must be famished. Sit down and I'll bring you your supper. Oh, you're back, Phantom. The end of another tiring day. Well, let us settle down to our supper. I'm famished, Mother. Alright, I'm coming. Sit yourself down now, Phantom. This is delicious. By the way, Phantom, you are young yet, and only know this, our humble little village. But the world outside is a vast place, populated by all manner of folk. Before long you will be an adult, and a time may come when you must leave the comfort of the village. I can only imagine what manner of strange and wondrous companions you might encounter on such a journey. Oh, well, the first 4 chapters will see exactly who we will meet. Anyway, Father, please, must we have such melancholy conversation at the supper table? Phantom is going to live here with us forever and ever, aren't you, dear? No matter what happens, we'll always be together. Of course, what am I saying? Listen to me wittering on, silly old fool. You just ignore me now. So they're trying to cover up that he's going to be going away, and that, you know, visitors aren't welcome here. You know, it's a bit strange. But it'll all come to head in chapter 5. But you're going to be left in the dark. But anyway, and so our tale begins. So of course, save it. It is a good game. It's difficult, like there's patches of difficulty throughout. I'm going to have to do grinding for everybody. So here we go. Ragnar Mcryan and the Case of the Missing Children. Now Ragnar's going to be in my final team. All the way up to the end of the game. So, you know, no, this is a tale of palace guards in a small kingdom called Burland. Among their number is a brave soldier by the name of Ragnar Mcryan. One morning, King Bernard summons all of the guards to the main hall of the castle. So there's all manner of folk, and there's all different types of accents. I don't want to really butcher them, but you know. His Majesty is about to make an announcement to yous all. Simmer down and listen new. I'll try my best. Like, if I'm butcher any accents, especially with Elena's, because it's Russian, just excuse me. At ease, men. No doubt yous all ken with it. Is it? But I went to talk to yous about. It's easier to read it than it is to say it. Anyway, I'm sure yous all heard rumours about the wee kiddies getting missing a late. Oh, just this morn, I've had mothers from Strathbale here crying about their bairns. Will you king kiddies be disappearing like this? Is some rogue snatching our poor mites away? As king of this bonny land, I can very well stand by and let this continue. Find out who it's going on and report back to me, men. Away we yous. Good sir, I'm begging you, please bring me bairn back safe and soon. I'm sure me wee one's still alive, but if you deny hurry, it may be too late. Ah, it's Ragnar Mcryan, is it no? I must say I'm finding this whole situation more than a wee bit puzzling. But I'm full of hope that we'll get to the bottom of it if we all to the good folk of Uerland and see what they are to say. I'm depending on you, Ragnar Mcryan. Good luck and goddess speed. Anyway, I might as well explore, you know. Number one rule of Dragon Quest, or Final Fantasies, or most RPGs like this, you want to explore and see if you can find anything, or talk to people. Anyway, I can help feeling a mite uneasy whenever I'm looking at the sky just lately. I only hope there's nothing funny afoot. There's nothing there. No. So yes, here is keys. Now, in Elena's storyline in Chapter 2, you get the key to open blue doors. But of course, until Phantom meets with Elena much later in the game, you know, she doesn't have access to all this area, so you know, that's just the way it is. But eventually, when you meet said characters, you get the keys and stuff. And then the red key, or the magic key, I don't remember when you get that, but anyway. It's only just recently that so many wee kiddies has started to disappear. I wonder who could be responsible. I do wonder. I know who. And they're the boss of Chapter 1. Well, I guess they technically are, but they're a part of something bigger, of course. You know, it's an RPG. If you're heading for Strathbale, you need to get west to Strathbale Borough, and then northeast when you get to the other side. So yeah, each character's gonna get to about like level 15-ish, and then when Phantom meets them, you know, they're gonna have good levels on them. But anyway, of course, got lovely armor, lovely stuff. Of course, I want to just try and get straight to the best stuff for each stuff. For each thing. That makes no sense, that sentence. But you know, before I do part 2, well, part 2 will be finishing Chapter 1. But I think I'll set up for the well dungeon. And then when I've got up enough, you know, got money for the well dungeon, I'll go through the well and then the tower tomorrow. And finish Chapter 1. Ragnar, hey, you heard of this thing called Battle Records? Apparently, you can use it to check on who your fighting's going. And you do get a bestiary once you get to Chapter 5. As soon as you get control of Phantom, you get a big book of beasts, which is basically the bestiary, of course. Agnes' hubby, Angus, is a right one for adventure. He went off searching for a clue of who to get at the Tur in the middle of all that water. So Tur means tower, but in simplistic language, which is what they speak. Well, kind of, with some words. So yeah, that tower. It's going to be technically the third and final dungeon of Chapter 1, because the first one's this kind of cave that you go back and fall through. Anyway, my name's Agnes. My hubby Angus has no come back from his travels, and it's been more than a wee while now. If you see him when you fit in about the place, will you mind to let me know? Anyway, let's go. So yep, this is the world map, pretty big. Now the 2 continents on the bottom right of the map, you do not touch. Literally the stuff below these mountains and to the right of that huge section there, will not be touched until chapter 5. The top left will not be touched till chapter 5. The top right will not be touched till chapter 5, that little bit that sticks out. And the complete middle is the final area of the game. It's known as the azimuth. But of course, you'll be getting there eventually. Anyway, let's save state and, you know, overwrite the save states I've got. I mean, I kind of left the save states there so it didn't give anything away if you accidentally saw something. So, you know, let's go. A slime and a scissor beetle, lovely. But it's spelt like beats, as if you're beating someone. Bam, 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 bum, 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 bum. Ragnar take no damage, no damage. Bum, bum, bum. Jesus, are you okay? What on earth has happened there? Right, an XP multiplier was left on there, so I had to turn it off. But anyway, let me just okay. I mean, I use it just to quickly level grind up because it's an emulated version, you know. Yeah, I've got the copper sword and leather armor, you know, the basic stuff, and a medicinal herb. There's not really much. I can do a few stuff in the misc menu, but once I get control of Phantom again, you know, that's when it happens. But you know, it's the same battle again at least. So let's do it again. Dum 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 dum. Dun, 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 dun. Much better to experience. Not 256 times that. Anyway, over here there is nothing. It's just like a pond. But here there is a chest here, and you get some. Wait, air rats I think are the most dangerous, but you get the worms as well. That's scattered around. But yeah, this dungeon isn't big. No, it's not supposed to be difficult. You're just supposed to make it, and I will be going back down to Burland and then back up to Strathbale again, because I need to take someone back down to Burland. Well, I think I have to go down to Burland, pick someone up, and then go to Strathbale, and I think you have to go back to Burland and then straight back up again. And boom, bit of back and forth at the beginning, but you know, there's kind of a bit of back and forth in chapter 3 because the Tornico chapter, all I'll say is it just revolves around money making. And then you have to make enough money to buy stuff, and you keep on expanding, and you get a lot of money that you just have to spend. But it's just, you know, it's such a coincidence. The amount of money you eventually get just managed to be the perfect amount for what you need. No. Decent experience. I got a medicinal herb in case it's needed. Oh, I could get to the thing from there. I forgot about that. Never mind. See, I want to grind up to about, I think, level 4 or level 5 before I enter the well. Because the well is pretty dangerous. But anyway, the well is not known about yet, so you know. Well, speaking of well, hello there, soldier. Welcome to Strathbale. Lovely. Welcome to the item shop. How can I serve you? Well, get me something good. That is not good. Anyway, I'm a travelling nun. I journey around the world to spread word of the goddess. I'm sure the children who went missing will hear her voice in the head and be guided back to safety. Meow. Sorry, I just wanted to do a really deep meow, because why not? Nothing special. Plain clothes, yep. Do you ken that I'm the one who caught that laddie stealing the bread? He's behind bars, doing in the jail new. but he's no showing a scrap of remorse. He's even got the cheek to be pretending he's a kid and asking to be let out. So it's a guy who's pretending to be a kid. Or at least that's how the story goes. I believe you have to come back at night. This is Strathbale School, the innkeeper's son. Wee Willy Wally was a pupil here before he disappeared. Wait, just wait, will you? Jings, can someone now stop that lass from footering about? It's good that you come, soldier, but we're in the middle of a lesson right now. Come back tonight and we can gab away as much as you like then. So he's going to give a hint. And well, he's going to be confused and he's going to, say something. But, it's good to see you here, soldier. This probably will nae help you at all, but, well, looks like the band just disappeared right afore me eyes. The fella doon in the jail says he used to live in Burland. So you can probably guess who it is now. No, I was expecting him to become a character, but he doesn't. This person in Strathbale. Oh, bloody hell. I mean, it's very good. I'll admit it's very good, but Let's go down here. And here he is, good old Angus. Who are ye? Can you let me out here? I only took the bread because I was hungry. Let me out! Sorry, my name, I'm Angus. He doesn't say anything else, but Do 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 do. I think now, yep. Well, I think, can I leave? Oh, I think if I leave, wait till it gets to night and then boom. Anyway, so yeah, this is how you save it in the church. So, back to the usual actual Dragon Quest where you can save it at the church. Lovely. This is actually the first Dragon Quest where you save in a church. Dragon Quest 1 you can only save at Ludatorm Castle. 2 you save at any castle, and 3, it's only castles as well. So the iconic priest in a church thing. This is the first Dragon Quest to find it. So Anyway, I guess it's time to do some battling and stuff. But anyway, I see. It is non-existent at the moment, so you can't actually find it yet. But it's some wigglies, wiggly jiggly. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So I'm just gonna wait for it to turn from day to night anyway. You can see on the world map when it starts to get a different tint anyway, which is helpful. And I could one-shot the Wiggly, so I might as well go for it. Good one, Ragnar. Ragnar is a dodging machine most of the time. He loves to dodge. He loves it. So now I think I'll go back to Agnius and get Angus. But and do all this first. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Can at least go up to level 3 before it turns from day to night. Yeah, why is it taking so long to change? I mean, if they didn't notice his presence, that makes things even easier. Oh well, what? Well, it was wasted, wasn't it? Really? Ow. Dun 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 dun. See, well, I mean, clearly the rat can do 3, 2, or 1, but Clearly I have to heal up, but you know. Actually, no, I think before you talk to the guy, I think you have to get Agnes and get Angus. And once you get Angus, then you talk to the guy at night. There's also a secret entrance into here. You get a guy there at night who tells you the location. But of course, it isn't night yet. So, because I now know that Angus is there, I might as well, you know, go looking for him. So you will find out why the children are being kidnapped. And well, when they say, well, when you're told the reason, you're like, oh, okay. It doesn't really make sense at first. Well, I mean, you could probably put dot to dot together straight away and be like, oh, well, that's clearly the reason. You know, I don't want to give anything away, but that's just the way it is. But it's like that. It's just the way it is. Oh, critical hit. He's going to get some cracking critical hits in, I tell you. Oh, cannot wait. Especially when he gets the Falcon Sword. Oh. There's also a second extra casino that was added into the post game here. But you know. There we go. Oh no, Angus has been locked up in Strathbale jail for stealing, you say? That's just terrible. Can I believe he'd do a thing like that? Can you take me to him? I really need your help here. So Agnes, gonna get Angus. Then it turns to night. Then I can find a location of the well. And then I can end this episode. And as I said, I'll do the well and the tower both tomorrow. Of course they do. Speed this up. Bang. Bang. So here we go. Here we go. Angus, so you are here. Who are you? What do you mean? Do you ken who I am? Angie, your wife, Agnes. Maybe your own wedding ring will jog your memory, eh? Remember how much this little beauty cost you? Ah. It's ye, Agnes. That's right, it's me. I dunno kin what came over me. I was attacked by monsters and I was so scared that I went back to being a bairn. Thanks for all your help, soldier. Come to think of it, I heard something curious from those wee lads and lassies. They was talking about a kiddie's playground in the forest to the southeast of Toon. You may well find a clue if you go and have a look around there. I'd be away if I were you. But can I out there, soldier? So yeah, he tells you, but there's also 2 other things you can do, but, you know. You don't have to go back, but I want it to go to night. Try and get it to go to night, you know. Here we go, it's turning to night now. So 10 was enough to kill it once, but 11 isn't enough to kill it now. You mad? Bam. Bam. That should be enough. Hello, soldier. We were just discussing the whole sorry situation. How can I help but think that the bairns are hiding something between themselves? And if you come in here, Wit, you know I've been peeking in at the bath. Well, I'll tell you, Wit. I'll keep it to yourself, and I'll let you in on a secret. The thing is, I've seen that man who's in jail afore, over in Berlin Toon, if I mind rightly. Who no try going back to Berlin to see what you can see. So yeah, that's the original way for it to tell you, but you know. Because this was the second Dragon Quest in which they used day and night to affect stuff. And obviously it first came into effect Dragon Quest 3, and there's actually something that was required for you to, you know, change from day to night. But you know, now I've done that, I should be able to go into the forest. Here it is. And that is the hidden forest, but I am not going to be doing that yet, so that marks the end of this episode of my playthrough of Dragon Quest IV Chapters of the Chosen. So, thank you for watching this episode of my playthrough of Dragon Quest IV Chapters of the Chosen, and in this episode, well, in the next episode, I will have gone up to, I think, level 5 is the suitable level, so I can survive going through the well, and I'm going to be picking up Healy, the Cure Slime, in order to get through the dungeon, and he can heal me when he needs to, and I'll be going around looting stuff, and I'll be coming across the first few key items. Once I've done that, I'll be going to the tower that is to the west of this little peninsula, and then that'll be chapter 1 done. So as I said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.